With only a few more minutes of sun left on the horizon, you guys arrive at your destination. It's a small mining town. It appears to be abandoned. There's a large graveyard in a nearby field. You can feel a cold wind blowing down the mountain.
Okay, is there a house with a good vantage point?
Yes, actually, there's a rather nice house. Looks like something close to a mansion up on the top of the hills. From there, you could see down into the entire town, and you can also see the mines at the far end.
All right, you horse nostrices. Yeah, that up there is where we're gonna stay, boys. This place is creepy, Paul.
Yeah, there's spiders everywhere.
Well, lots of spiders means lots of bugs, so technically speaking, the place is really alive, you know?
It's not exactly comforting.
You hitch the horse nostrices to a paddock outside, then you go in, and it's immediately obvious that someone has been here. The place has been tidied up, and it smells like a fire was burned in here recently.
All right, guys, fan out. If you see anything, yell.
You poke around, you check all the closets, look under all the beds. You don't find any people. It's just you.
All right, reconvene in the living room.
Paul, the spiders are lighting fires.
Elvis, it's not spiders.
Then it's all the bugs the spiders are eating.
No, obviously the kid Bingle has been here. Well, someone has anyway. Probably Bingle. But we don't really know it's him. But the people have been seeing strange lights up this way, and that's exactly what we look for in a Bingle. All right, fair enough. So here's what we're gonna do. We'll go ahead and rest here. We'll keep watch. Paul, he's gonna run away. There's only one way down the mountain, and that's the path that we came up. Not if he turned into lights and flew away. Okay, Elvis, you're in charge of reconnaissance. I want you to circle around the area, see if you can spot any lights in the distance. If we missed them, let us know. After you circle the area, go ahead and keep watch. Stay on the roof or whatever. After a couple hours, get the next guy and we'll just keep an eye out.
Aye, aye, sir.
Does that work? I suppose. All right, let's get ready for bed.
Are you guys all going to sleep in one room?
Yes, I assume that Mother takes the bed and the rest of us sleep on sleeping rolls on the floor with her.
That's downright you do. Okay, Elvis, you circle the area and you don't see any strange lights. Not up in the sky and not down in the trees. If Bingle flew the coop, it wasn't recently.
All right, come back and fly hop my way up on top of the roof and then perch up there like a bird. I am the watchful vulture.
Okay, you get settled in. It's cold up there, chilly. There's a strong wind. And to make matters worse, it seems like there's a flurry picking up. You can see from up above a fine mist of snow coming down the mountain. It comes down on you quickly, and then pretty soon you can't hardly see out past your face. You can't hardly see Jack.
Okay, I'm gonna come inside, and then I'm gonna put a log on the fire.
Okay, you come inside, you put a log on the fire, you get yourself cozy, warmed up. You can still hear the wind outside, but eventually the snow kind of dies down.
All right, look out the windows periodically.
You look out in the window, and in the distance, you see an entire army of silhouettes.
Oh my god. Go run up to Paul's room. Paul!
What?
Paul, there's an army outside.
What? What, Water Nation troopers?
I don't know, it's dark, but they're out there. You gotta come.
All right, let me get my boots on. Okay, get my boots on, hopping on one leg, I get to the door. All right, did they see you?
I mean, I didn't know I got a fire going. They're gonna see the lights and the smoke. I ruined everything, Paul.
All right, look out the window.
Sure enough, a whole army of figures just standing down there below you. They're mostly gathered up by the road.
Okay, go to the back door. All right, Elvis, if you see me struggling down there, get Lowry. Where is he anyway? What, do you guys not have it covered? Lowry, put your boots on! I thought the point of watch was that we all got to have some sleep. All right, I wrap myself up in darkness and turn invisible. Then I go out the back.
Vroom. You refuse to let light touch your body, and then you slip out the back way, completely invisible. Unfortunately, you do still make steps in the snow, but it's dark and maybe they won't notice. You sneak your way down, and as you get closer, you realize there's something off about these figures. They're not people. And, in fact, once you approach close enough, you realize they're rough ice sculptures of people. There's about 24 of them, and all of them are pointing at the house.
What is all this? I grab one by the finger and break the finger off.
Quick! Snaps right off.
What the heck is this? I go back to the house.
So, are they militia?
They're icemen. Ice sculptures.
Ah.
Elvis, did you not see this coming? Were you not watching?
No, I was, but there was a blizzard. I couldn't see through it.
Paul, at the moment, the sky is totally clear.
It's crystal clear, Elvis. I can see the stars twinkling. What blizzard?
Well, there was a huge blizzard. I couldn't see through it, Paul.
Your mom comes down the stairs. What is going on?
Oh, nothing, Mother. There's just an entire army of ice sculptures at the base of the hill, and Elvis didn't see what happened.
There was a blizzard.
The sky's clear.
I know what it's like now. You know, the weather can change, guys.
Well, we were told that Bingle is studying with some kind of water master.
That's a fair point. Creating a blizzard would be within the purview of a water master.
And the ice sculptures, Mother? Seems a little childish for a master.
Childish maybe, but still possible. Our military normally teaches earth masters like Lowry to do engineering. The Water Nation prefers to teach water masters. They have more of them. Sculpting and any kind of rudimentary construction would be fairly standard teaching.
Well, they're all pointing at the house.
Then I suppose they know we're here.
All right, Elvis, your watch is over. I'm gonna take watch.
But, Paul, what if it's spirits?
We just established this was perfectly mundane.
What if mundane water mastery upsets the spirits?
Just go to bed. You clearly need it, for goodness sake.
Paul, you take watch. You're out there for only about a half hour before the same thing that happened to Elvis begins to happen to you. A flurry picks up.
Black hole, neutralize water element.
And then the flurry dies down.
Oh yes, that's what I thought. Turn invisible and walk a patrol around the perimeter.
You do. Another half hour or so passes. Snow flurry picks up again.
Nope, black hole.
Flurry dies down again.
Go invisible again. Walk out a little bit further. Try and look out there. Am I seeing any lights or anything?
It's dark and there's a lot of trees. Someone could be hiding out there anywhere.
Where are you, Bingle, you little pube?
Unless you change course or have any ideas, this more or less keeps up for most of the night.
All right, I don't have any ideas. Go and tag in Lowry. Lowry, I couldn't spot anything, but for sure, that's water mastery out there. What do you want me to do about it? Fortify the house, put up walls, keep us safe, you know, Earthmaster stuff. All right, fine. I go outside and I start raising up walls.
You turn this little mansion into a fortress. A snow flurry picks up. You go inside to get away from it. When it dies down, the walls are being climbed by ice sculpture men.
This is weird. You know. I don't see any ice sculpture women out here, I'm just saying.
Well, maybe the culprit will be shamed about their lack of gender diversity in this display. But your shift ends with daybreak.
Okay, Paul, I did it. You see anything? No. But you know that thing that artists do where they only study one body type? I think this guy was lazy and only studied men for his ice sculptures. Well, the good news is, whoever it was, they were up all night doing these shenanigans, and we're all fairly well rested. I mean, you know, roughly. I didn't exactly get a full night of sleep. Come on, you're a nobility. You need, what, 4 hours? It'll be fine. Let's cook some breakfast. Do they have anything in here for breakfast?
Yeah, they got some eggs that are still fresh.
All right, guys, let's cook some eggs.
You help yourself to some eggs. Then when you go outside, you find ski tracks leading down the hill, into the town, and towards the mines. Your mother goes, "Interesting."
I'll say, I'm glad this idiot makes it so easy.
That's what's interesting about it. This guy stayed up all night trying to, scare you off with these ice sculptures and then just leaves a trail into the mines? And you're going to follow? Again, into the mines.
We're elemental masters, Mother. Lowry is an earth master. He should be right at home in a mine.
But he doesn't know the layout. And water, in the right hands, can be one of the most powerful elements, especially on slopes and in enclosed places. If you head down there, you'll be walking into their element with who knows what.
Paul, your mom's really smart. I think we ought to listen to her.
And what? My mother doesn't know everything and just give up on Bingle?
I didn't say that. I just think we need a different tack.
Well, I'm a grown adult, Mother. I don't need you to make decisions for me all the time. I say we go down.
But, Paul, your mommy is smart.
Smarter than you, maybe. Lowry, you can handle a little cave, right? Well, sure, an empty one. An empty one. Listen, I am a darkness master. I am the element of ambush. That is what I am.
Fine, but I'm not going with you.
Well, we weren't asking, Mother. Stay up here in your fortified super mansion with all your eggs. Me and the boys are gonna go down and do proper man work.
Fine, your eggs were dry anyway.
Oh, you'd know about dry eggs, wouldn't you?
What?
I'm going to the mines! I march into the mines. Stupid mother. She's not so smart. Elvis, if you think my mom's so smart, why don't you marry her?
She's kind of old for me.
She's kind of old for you. Kind of old. She's old for all of us. She's going senile is what she is. Larry, you saw how old she was today?
Yeah, kind of.
Sick of this constant, oh, my mom, why don't you be cautious, kid? Dark Lord, I am a grown man.
We should be cautious.
Okay, Larry, you take your earth powers and you make little nubs in the wall, pointing the way that we came, okay, so that we know where we were.
All right. Boop. I pull a little nub out of the wall so we know where we are.
Yep, just follow the nubs. There, see, it's easy. Okay, Elvis, get your lantern.
Okay, let me light it. Here we go.
And if we see Bingle, just take him. Work together like we've practiced. We don't have any distractions from any Galahad or anything, just us and Bingle.
And possibly a water master.
That is still 3 on 2. The odds are great.
Heading into the mines, you notice an aqueduct running along the walls. It's clearly meant to deliver water deeper into the mines, and given that this is a nation of water masters, there could be an infinite number of reasons why that would be there. You pass by the occasional receptacle where water seems to be stored. One thing is for sure, your enemy is definitely going to be armed down here. The light of the sun vanishes, and eventually you can only see through your torch. In the distance, you can hear nothing but the trickle of water, and all too soon you find yourself facing a branching set of pathways.
All right, let's not split up.
Oh, thank God, I was sure we would.
No, absolutely not. Come on.
We would cover more ground.
We'll also get killed faster, Elvis. Come on, let's take a left.
To your right, you hear someone call, "Whoop!" You turn, and the path bends too far for you to see, but at the end of it there's a faint green light. It starts to recede.
Or we could go that way. Come on, hey!
But, Paul, it's gonna be an ambush.
Well, then ready yourself for an ambush!
Typically that's done by not going into the ambush.
I run down the tunnel.
Oh, come on.
I go too. It's about psychological readiness, Lowry. I'm psychologically ready to be ambushed.
Okay, all right. Here it comes. Death.
The light fades, but you guys keep moving because there's only one way to go. You get to the end of the tunnel, and it is a dead end. There's nothing here.
What?
Then behind you, you hear a rumbling. Crash, bang, bang. Sounds like a cave-in.
Well, there's more than one way to do an ambush.
Bingo! Come on! What, you're not even gonna ambush us face-to-face, man-to-man, huh? Jeez. Go back the way we came.
Looks like the ceiling got pulled down. It's caved in pretty bad, but Lowry, looks like you could handle it.
All right, stand back.
Hey! Yeah!
You force all that rubble back up into the ceiling and into the walls. You make a little archway just for safety. You can now go back the way you came.
See, it might be an ambush, but they're still just kids. What was that gonna do?
I'm a little worried how they got past us, though. I mean, there was no way out.
Yeah, well, maybe he was hiding behind a rock or something. We probably ran past him.
I guess that's likely.
You hear another whoop, and you see another green light at the end of the way. It begins receding.
You're not gonna get away this time. I start running.
Grab him. Okay, Elvis, stop.
What? I'm mentally ready for the ambush.
Yeah, me too, but look, I don't want to do this all day. Bingle thinks he's smart, but we're grown adults. We're smarter. I'm going to turn invisible the next time I see him, and I'm just going to walk up there, and I'll yell when I got the kid.
Oh, smart.
Yeah, element of ambush right here. Dark Master. Master of the Dark.
Yeah, that's right. I guess I should have realized that being down here in the dark tube, that would be your thing.
Exactly. Bingle thinks that we're in his friend's element. We're in my element. The darkness is where I live. Come on.
Okay, you guys get back up to the crossroad. Down one of the other passages, you see the faint green light. It's gradually receding.
Okay, I turn invisible. You guys count to 30, then catch up, and I'll head off alone.
Okay, Paul, you're following this green light. It's moving ahead of you. It's not as fast this time. Of course, you're not running after it. But as you go deeper, you start to hear this faint sound. Ho-boom, ho-boom, ho-boom. As you keep following, there begins to be this sort of blue-green luminescence on the walls. The sound gets louder. Ho-boom, 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 ho-boom. Then the light at the end of the tunnel begins to fade, and the bioluminescence fades down as well. You're now standing alone in the dark. 30 seconds later, Lowry and Elvis come up behind you.
Okay, drop the invisibility.
God.
Don't just do that.
Sorry, weirdest thing. Can you hold up the torch? There were all these, blue-green veiny things up on the wall.
You hold up the torch and you don't see anything there.
Well, I swear it was there. It was like, little glowworms or something.
Oh, well, maybe they react to light.
Yeah. Hang on a second. Walk back a little bit and look the way we came. Are there glowy veins back that way?
No, you don't see any.
Okay, I mean, you're probably right. There's no glowy veins back the way you guys came, but I mean, maybe if you keep going. I mean, they were all over the place.
But check a little closer.
No, you're not seeing any veins. You're not seeing anything.
Yeah, and I also heard the sound like, boop, 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 boop.
Like what, a heartbeat?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, I guess.
That sounds like a heartbeat.
Spirits.
No, it's Bingle and whoever this guy is that he's training with.
Well, we didn't even hear anything. It probably wasn't a heartbeat.
Yeah, maybe there's not just a water master down here. Listen, Bingle's a light master, right? Oh, the things I bet he could do with light. Few tricks. And Elvis, you're an air master. I bet that you could make weird sounds, couldn't you?
Clap my hands together and make a bump bump sound. Bump 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 bump.
Yeah, see, bingo. They got an air master down here. Or Bingle. Maybe Bingle picked some air mastery up. We don't know.
Well, did you use your dark hole on it?
Oh, yeah, the dark hole. I didn't even think. Okay, next time.
In the distance, back the way you came, you hear, woo-woo! You turn around and see that green light again.
I'm starting to get a little mad at this kid. All right, 30 seconds again. I turn invisible and go up the way we came.
All right, this time, Paul, the light lingers for a little while. You get up to the top of the branch, and then you see Bingle and that guy that stopped you on the mountain road on your way up here. Bingle's looking down the hall. He goes, I don't know, I don't think they're coming. What are they doing down that way? The old guy goes, well, these mines are like a maze. They probably got a little turned around. That's okay. Let's keep going, Bingle. We'll lure him down this way. Then Bingle hops on this guy's skis. He throws some water underneath himself, and they ski down the mine.
All right, wait for the guys.
The guys catch up.
All right, Elvis, Lowry.
Oh,
You
God.
need to wear a bell
Oh.
or something. You're invisible,
Did you hear
man.
the heartbeat again?
No, but I found the heart of our mission. Bingle's with that guy that we met on the road. It's been them the whole time. That guy's the water master.
Which guy?
You know, the guy on the road that was like, don't go up there, the mines are haunted.
Oh, I vaguely remember him.
Well, they just skied down that way. They're trying to lure us into another trap.
Oh, well, that's great, but if we go after them, we're gonna wind up in the trap.
Yeah, except they're idiots and they don't realize that I'm invisible. I was standing right there in front of them and they had no idea.
Oh, okay, great. So what's the plan?
All right, plan is, same thing. I'm going to go ahead a little ways, then I'm going to grab Bingle, I'm going to hold him at knife point, and walk out of here with them. How's that sound?
Good. But what about the guy that's with him?
Well, that's where we lay our own ambush. I'll back up with Bingle, you guys lie in hiding, and then once I get past you, you jump out and kill him.
Well, why don't you just kill him while you're invisible?
Well, because I don't want to attack the guy and then have Bingle blind me and I don't know who else might be down here. If I got a knife to Bingle's throat, they're not going to do anything funny, okay? This'll be what we do. But if it goes wrong, I'll yell and you guys come running.
Well, okay, you're the boss.
Carpe diem, mon capitan.
I think you butchered that, but thank you, Elvis. Carpe diem.
Down the halls, once again you guys hear, woo woo, and you see the green light.
I can't wait to see the look on that kid's face. Okay, here we go. I turn invisible and I go ahead.
You follow that light. Seems that they're waiting to hear you because you splash in a puddle and then they move further away from you. Eventually, though, you see Bingle standing there. He's holding his finger up, emitting light from it, standing in the middle of sort of a large space. He's trying to look down the hallway. He goes, I don't know, it doesn't sound like they're all coming. Why do you suppose they're being so slow about it? Somewhere further in the darkness, where you can't really see, the guy goes, well, we tricked them once, Bingle. They're probably just nervous now. They're going to creep their way down there this time. But all we need is for them to come down here, and we'll get them good. You'll see.
All right. Slowly pull out my dagger, walk up behind Bingle, and then put him in a choke.
You grab Bingle.
All right, Bingle. Keep the light up. Where's your friend?
Bingle points to the wall. There's a patch of ice there, which melts, revealing the mountaineer.
And there's the mystery of how you got past us. Hiding in ice patches, of course.
It's cold down here and the ice doesn't melt. We used a lot of that for building.
Very clever, friend. But I got your boy. What's next?
Sasha, now! Paul, the earth shakes and then gives way underneath you. You take a hard tumble, take about 4 body on the way down. You land rough on your shoulder.
Oh, God.
Bingle manages to keep the light out. You see 2 more figures jump down after you. One of them is definitely the mountaineer guy. The other one looks like a smaller frame. And then the ceiling closes up as though it had never been torn down. Bingle drops the light. You have no idea where you are. You're fumbling around. You can't see anything. It feels wet and cold. The light comes back on, and now Bingle, Sasha, the girl from the farmhouse, and the mountaineer are all standing together, striking battle poses. Looks like that got turned around quick, didn't it?
Oh, God, you dirty cheats.
Bingle yells, Dirty cheat! You're the one who grabbed me from behind!
Yeah, well, you cheated first. So, am I really the bad guy?
Sasha goes, Yes! Murderer!
Okay, we've been down this road.
Oh, no, she's right. I know all about you Dark Nation types. Did you see that town when you came in? Your people are the one who did that. It used to be a bustling community. Oh, sure, we didn't get paid well, and people died in the mines all the time, but, at least we were mostly alive. Or, on our way to being dead from the black lung, but mostly alive.
All right, I can see you're mad, but look, that wasn't me, buddy. That was, 30 years ago?
My wife died in those mines because of you people. You come back for the orichalcum, isn't it? That's what you're doing.
The what?
Don't play dumb. It's why you people seized the mine. It's why you collapsed everything to keep everyone from talking about it.
Like the mythical metal orichalcum?
I just told you, don't act dumb. All right, Elvis and Lowry, you were following the green light. You hear a rumble and a crash. Paul yells.
Oh, Larry, that's the signal.
You run. Admittedly, you waited a little bit longer than 30 seconds, but, it's hard to tell when Paul is gone because he's invisible. You arrive at where it seemed like the green light was, and it isn't. But then, further down another branch, you see the green light.
Oh, there it is. He must be on the skis. Come on, let's go.
You guys chase after the light deeper into the mines, further down. Paul, back to you.
Okay, all right. I know that you see me as a Dark Nation guy and you think that we're all on the same page, but I don't know a thing about orichalcum. No one's ever mentioned it to me.
Spirit metal.
Not ringing a bell.
You mean you really don't know?
I swear to you on the life of the Dark Lord and on my own mother, I have no idea.
Well, it all started about 30 years ago. The Dark Nation came in trying to get access to mineral wealth and whatnot. We had a rich hematite vein, which, as you probably know, gets turned into iron. Dark Nation raiding parties thought to cut us off and stop that flow. They held the town, made us work, shipped our labor back to the Dark Nation as well as they could. But that's when misfortune struck. We hit a vein of orichalcum. None of us knew what it was, of course. I mean, no one's ever seen this stuff. It's mythical. but it had that unmistakable blue-green glow, the same one that you've been chasing up and down these mines. It's worth a fortune, you see, and the leaders of the raiding parties thought that they'd struck rich. I don't know what kind of stories you tell back in the Dark Nation, but I've heard that orichalcum is harder than diamond, that a blade made with the stuff makes a man sick and kills him within days. They say it sings when you swing it, and once forged, it never breaks. If you had it, and you knew what it would be easily worth more than gold to you. Of course, they demanded we start digging this stuff up avariciously. They worked us day and night to the bone. A lot of us died just from the hard labor. And, well, when the Water Nation sent their armies and things went south for the Dark Nation, that's when they started collapsing the mine and killing off witnesses. I'm ashamed to admit it. I ran off and I hid during the killings. I went out in the woods. I could survive out there. I was familiar. I had my water mastery. But my wife, they let her down in the mines and they pulled the roof down on her, along with practically everyone else. A few other guys got out, but I'm one of the only ones that came back. Lowry and Elvis, we cut back to you guys. You're running down the hall, the green light is down that way, and you're starting to see little veins of blue-green light along the walls. Deeper down, you're hearing bump bump, bump bump, bump bump, bump bump.
Slow down just a little bit.
The light receding away from you is not slowing down.
Are these glowworms? You said they were glowworms.
Yeah, or like a glowing lichen or something like that.
Paul? Are you guys down there? Did they get you?
From down deeper in the mine, you hear Paul yell back, "Help me! Help me!"
I guess we better help him, right?
Yeah. Unless they already killed him.
What do you mean?
Well, if they've got an air master, I could do something sort of like that. I put my hand up to my face. I mimic Paul's exact voice. Help me!
Oh, darn, that is spot on.
Yeah, Paul could already be dead.
Well, what if he's not dead? If we leave him, they'll definitely kill him.
I mean, Bingle's a 12-year-old, like, how horrible of a death could it be?
I mean, he is just hitting puberty. I bet it would actually be really bad.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they might burn him with a magnifying glass. I don't know, 13, 12-year-old. Like, that is a sadistic year.
Okay, new plan. If it gets really scary, just start digging a hole sideways into the mountain, okay? I will follow you.
Okay, agreed. I shake Elvis's hand and we go deeper in.
Paul, back to you. I came back, and I tried to atone for my cowardice. I dug graves for everyone, starting with my wife. And while I was working there, laboring away at that, that's when I began to see the light at the edge of the mine. It was my wife, waving to me to come down. And let me tell you, I didn't sleep that night. I stayed in the town, afraid to go. Whatever that was, if I let it back to the city, would that be even worse? Then she came to me and stood at my window, and I knew it was her. I could see her face. She beckoned for me to come. And God's, rest her soul, I trusted that woman. I got out and I followed her down, and there they all were, the bones of everyone out in that chamber, buried among a rich vein of orichalcum. I don't know how they missed it, or I don't know why it was exposed, if the Dark Nation didn't know that vein was there, or if my wife and the others somehow dug themselves out. But after that, I made sure I got absolutely everyone I could remember, and I kept going down there and let them know they got themselves a gravestone if they're ready to rest. They don't have to. I was afraid to move the bodies on my own. It's not up to me, it's up to them. But if you come back for that orichalcum, you come back for your death, Mr. Dark Nation Man. Elvis and Lowry, you go deeper, and the lip-dup, lip-dup, lip-dup begins to fade, but the blue-green veins remain. Finally, you find yourself approaching a large room, and deep in it are numerous desiccated corpses. There's kind of a smell of stagnant death down here. They're laying amid a bunch of very solid-looking blue-green rocks. It's also a dead end.
Hello? Paul?
Hello, yes, it's me.
Elvis, I swear to God.
Sorry, I'm nervous. I thought that would lighten things up a little bit.
Bend down and pick up one of the rocks.
You grab a rock, heft it up, and one of the skeletal hands is holding onto it. You kind of pull that person up a little bit. They're gripped on tight.
Yeah, shake the hand off.
You shake the hand off, the corpse falls down, the hand lands on your foot, and then closes on it.
Okay, freeze. Don't move.
What do you think happened to all these people? Gosh.
Okay, carefully try to back up and pull my boot away from the grip of the corpse.
You back up, you try to take a step backwards, and the corpse reaches up and grabs your foot with its other arm.
Throw the glowing rock at the corpse with my elemental earth power.
You rise up that elemental rock and pa-cha! Hurl down the stone like spiking a football. Boom! The corpse head explodes. It recoils away from you, clutching the wreckage of its skull as though in pain. You begin to hear the bump, 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 bump The stones begin to glow brighter.
Run away, turn around and run.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I follow Lowry.
You guys bolt like you've seen a ghost. Back up the way you came through the dizzying, twisting labyrinth of blue veins. You hear wet rhythmic splashing behind you. Splish, 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 splish. You don't know what it is, but you know better than to turn around. The terrain is rough and you will trip. Paul, back to you.
All right. I see you're trying to scare me away from what you think is an orichalcum stash, but I gotta tell you, I'm not here about any orichalcum. I'm here because the Dark Lord told me to pound that little kid's butt. Man, look, I hear you're a pretty talented water master. Now, I'm pretty talented myself. We could tangle, 3-1, it's not very fair, but I might just come out on top. And if I don't, I might injure somebody in the fight. See what I'm saying? I'm a caged animal right now, you got me?
I understand that well enough, Mr.
Paul. The name's Paul.
Of course, we could just have Bingle turn out the light and leave you down here to die. I know the way out and you don't. It's a tangled mess down at this level of the mines.
All right, then. Here's what I propose. You let me walk out of here, sword point if you have to, and I'll go quietly. I can see when I've lost. I can't win, but I'm not sure if you can win either. And my boys are waiting for me upstairs. So if you try to leave, they might make trouble for you too. I can't guarantee any of us are going to make it out, at least unscathed, if we don't come to some sort of agreement.
Paul, give me persuasion.
All right?
Okay. Fine. If that's how it's going to be, we'll lead you out, you'll get your people, and you'll leave, and never return, for your sake as well as mine. This place is cursed, and I'll stay here till I die. But there's no need for anyone else to be dying down here. Are we agreed?
Agreed. Lead us out.
Sasha looks up at him. She goes, "But," and he goes, "No buts. It's my home. If I say this man has to leave, then he has to go. Besides, it's not just me living down here, and I'm not sure if everyone else is looking for an extra guest." Elvis and Lowry, meanwhile, you guys completely tear off. You find yourself heading up towards the light, the mouth of the mine. You exit out. You no longer hear the splash, 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 or the lup, 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 lup. In the light, you don't see the glow of the veins.
Oh, my God.
The spirits got Paul.
Oh,
They
goodness.
killed Paul.
Wow.
We were a team
that
of
was-
3
that
and
was a
now we're
lot.
just a team of 2.
Wow, that was not okay. That was not okay.
got
That was
him.
not Bingle.
They got him and they're gonna take him straight to the underworld. The foul belly of the underworld.
Oh man, Paul's mom's not gonna be happy about this. She's gonna think that we caused that.
Well, we can't go back in.
We can't talk to Paul's mom about this either. She's
Wait,
gonna be
wait.
so mad.
Are you saying we gotta go back in there after Paul?
I don't want to talk to Paul's mom about this. I don't want to go back.
Larry, what if we just run into the mountains? We'll become nomads. No one will
Yeah.
ever find us.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll live on stray rabbits and birds and stuff. Well, we're so talented, we can do it.
We'll live off the land. I can fly, I can find prey. I'll find a deer.
No one has to know.
Nobody has to know. We'll lie about why we're out there.
Paul's mom walks up to you guys. "What are you idiots yelling about?
Oh my God.
I was just waiting there in the foreman's shack for you guys to come back." "Well, was it an ambush?" "Obviously it was."
Yes. Paul is ambushed, and we...
We killed Bingle.
You killed Bingle?
Yeah.
Well, where's the body? The Dark Lord's gonna want to see the body, at least.
We killed him so hard he turned into red mist. Paste. He's gone.
I crushed him with a rock into butt mud. I crushed him right into butt mud. Just like a paste.
Yeah, butt mud.
Butt mud.
Oh, you crushed him in the... Oh, my God. You don't even have the head or anything. Oh, shoot. At about this time, Paul and your entourage of Bingle, Sasha, and the Mountain Man all come up out of the mine. Your mom goes, "Oh, to butt mud. There he is right behind you. Kid, why aren't you butt mud?" Bingle goes, "Who, me?"
Mother, what are you talking about?
"Ask your idiot subordinates."
Oh, Paul! Wow. I could have sworn I crushed you into butt mud.
What are you talking about? What is anybody talking about?
"So is the kid going willingly or what?" Bingle goes, "I would never travel willingly with you."
He's not traveling willingly, Mother. We came to a, what do you call, stalemate?
Oh, of course. The
Well, look,
stalemate.
it was an ambush. You were right, okay? But I still pulled off a stalemate. So there you go.
Okay, great, fine. They're gonna write that one in the history books. Walked into ambush on purpose, pulled the draw out of
Hey,
it.
I ambushed him too.
The Mountaineer goes, "All right, that's enough. You promised you'd leave. Now pack up your things and go."
Fine. That's what we said. All right, everybody. Get your stuff. We're going.
Huh?
I said get your stuff. We're leaving.
Oh, okay, come on, Elvis, let's get the stuff.
Okay.
You guys hop up, start packing up your things. Your mother gives you a lot of side eyes and eye rolls and other kinds of eye language behaviors. But eventually you get all packed up and you whip the horse Nosrises back down the mountain.
So, hey, Paul, I don't suppose you happen to see anything weird down in the mines, huh?
Nothing but Bingle's stupid face. Why?
You know, just in relation to that heartbeat nonsense and everything.
Oh, you mean did I see an Air Master? No, you know what? The funniest thing, I did not. It was just the three of them. Oh, but I believe that Sasha girl's probably an earthbender.
Hey, Paul, I don't want to go underground anymore.
Well, hopefully we won't have to.
Yeah, I agree with Elvis.
You know, it makes sense if you think about it. That little girl, she worked on a farm. That's where they do all their earthbending and everything. It's probably very pedestrian, but I guess with some practice she could get pretty good.
And so, defeated, but not completely counted out, back you guys head to the city of Hortyford.